Beethoven, Mahler, Bruckner, Dvorak. These big names of classical music all died after writing 9 symphonies. Many think the 9th is forever cursed. But is it? I'm the classical nerd, and today we're talking about the curse of the 9th. More than a few great symphonists of the past have stopped their production of symphonies after 9. More superstitious musicians have not written 10th symphonies intentionally to try to avoid this curse. Arnold Schoenberg, for instance, thought that writing a 10th symphony was a taunt at death itself. Well, the short answer is there is no curse of the 9th. Plenty of composers have written more than 9 symphonies. But 9 symphonies is still kind of a standard, so why is this? A lot of it just has to do with the time commitment involved in writing a symphony. I mean, these things are massive and take a lot of time to produce, especially if the orchestra is going to be playing for anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour and a half. Haydn and Mozart produced 106 and 41 symphonies respectively, but the orchestras were smaller at that time, and it didn't take as long to write something because they didn't take as long to play. Beethoven was notoriously picky about his music, and he was very specific and fussy about how it would end up sounding. Beethoven was always searching for something bigger and grander, so he didn't produce as many symphonies, and he also was really one of the first freelance composers who wasn't tied to a court. Even then, Beethoven did not die of old age, and many scholars believe he was planning a 10th symphony. Gustav Mahler also died prematurely, and he was orchestrating his 10th symphony at the time of his death. Mahler was attuned to the curse of the 9th and tried to beat it by writing an orchestral song cycle called Das Lied von der Erde, or the Song of the Earth. And this would have been his 9th symphony, but he didn't call it his 9th symphony. So he thought he'd beaten the curse when he'd written his actual 9th symphony, but then he died while writing his 10th. Bruckner's orchestral output includes symphonies that don't have numbers, including 2 early symphonies. One is colloquially titled Symphony No. 0, for some reason, and the other one's either called a study symphony or Symphony No. 00, or even Symphony No. -1, which makes even less sense. In total, Bruckner wrote 11 symphonies. The case of Dvorak is a bit different, because only 5 were published in his lifetime. One was considered forever lost. They were reorganized and renumbered after his death, and only after his death was he discovered to have written 9 legitimate symphonies. So no, there's no curse of the 9th. There is a kind of mythology that surrounds these names, but there's no reason to link their deaths to what they title their large orchestral works.